Hello everybody, how's it going today? It's Frankie here and I'm back with another TV show review. Now, see this show here, this is a show I've spoke about on my TikTok again, along with The Chase and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I did delete that video, as stated in the previous TV show review. And yeah, I thought, might as well just talk about it on YouTube and, you know, there's something to talk about since I'm not really watching movies right now. I do have other things I'm busy with at the precise moment. So yeah, the show is called Tipping Point. And I don't know what it is, I just love this show. This show is quite good, you know, it's quite entertaining. You know, you have like the coins that go down into like the coin pushing machine, or counters actually, not coins. And you got the counters that, that push, and each counter is worth £50. And it goes up, and there's ×2 counters, there's mystery counters, which is the prizes obviously. And I know what it is, but when I watch that show, it reminds me of, I don't know if any of you have been to, I don't know, loads of you have been to the arcade, I would assume. And you see that when you put the 1p and 2p inside those machines, and like more coins just come out, more pennies come out. It's kind of like you keep doing it over and over. It's like a cycle basically. It's just to make you just stand there, like just trying to hope that a toy from there comes out from the coins or something. Like, you're gonna be there forever. And yeah, that's why I kind of like the show, because it feels like that. And you have the questions, and it's quite a really good game show. Ben Shepherd hosts it. If you know who Ben Shepherd is, he's a popular host. And yeah, I really like that show. There's also a celeb version, which I'm not interested in at all. But yeah, I just like how, especially at the end, when you get the jackpot count and you have to get, into the win zone, that's worth 10 grand. But the only time a counter is useful when you get that in is when it's ×2. If you get the ×2 counting with the jackpot counter, it's 20,000. It's mad. And especially when the contestant has to pick out, like, how, I think each counter is at the difficulty of the question. So if it's 1 counter for a topic, it's easy. 2 counters medium, 3 is difficult. But it depends on the question, because you're not all going to know these type of questions. It depends on the subject. It could be sport, technology, history, or whatever it is. Not a lot of people are going to be good in all of them. And that's where the issue comes in. When I know the answer, I have to scream at the contestant and say, come on, answer it. It's that question, it's the answer. But they don't know it. And there's so much drama as well, especially the brutal part at the end. The brutal part, which is the when they have to do the trade. That's a killer. Because for me, I look at the counter as a position. If the jackpot counter is 1 push away from the win zone, whatever you call it, then yeah, I would definitely take the trade. But it ain't worth it. Like, even if you have 3 grand from it, you're still taking some money. And if the jackpot counter ain't gonna go, just leave it. Just take the money. But sometimes in some instances it does go, and the contestant, I even scream at saying, this is the only time where risk is worth it. It's an obvious risk to take. And they say, well, I'm very happy with 3,000. No, you're not. You know damn well off camera they are pissed off that they could have gotten more money. 10 grand, 7 grand difference, or 8 grand difference, depends how much they took. How much they got from the other rounds altogether. It's just like off camera they are fuming with that. I would again not taking the trade, because you could have so much more. But at the same time, you have money. Just like I said, deal or no deal, you have money. And I don't know, did I speak about, I haven't spoken about, I spoke about the Deal or No Deal remake, I think I said something like that. But it's just like, you have enough money there already. They probably got like 5 grand worth in savings, it's worth it. And then they say, oh, what do you spend your money on? Oh, a cruise. Okay, fair enough. A holiday, see family, extended family as friend. When somebody says they want to, like, I don't know, like build a, like a shed or something, I'm like, yeah, sheds are expensive. I can see the idea about it, but be a bit ambitious with the money. Say holiday or something. Say something extravagant. Don't say that. Like, it sounds a bit sad, but it's people's money. How they want to spend it, it's their business. I'll probably use it to do up a house that I'll be moving into. Maybe probably that's what I would do. If I had my own place, I'll renovate in a place. I don't know, something along those lines, right? Yeah, and it's just such a really good. It reminds me of that. That's probably why I like it. It's got a good start to it. It does get boring after a while. It's not like The Chase where it gets addictive. You got banter and everything including that. This one is not as addictive though, but it's a good show. I wouldn't rate this extremely high, but only because of that feature, the coin pushing is quite smart. I like that. And especially when the counter is riding, or like you have 2 people that before the final, and yet one of them gets an answer wrong and the other person gets the counter put in the machine, and it's like, oh damn, that's devastating. And it's such a question that I hate those questions where you're torn between two answers that one that could be right and one that you said isn't right, and it's just so like, oh, why did I not say that? If you're in the semi-final, if you're in the round before the final round and you lose that's more devastating, because you're not going to get any money then. You're just wiped out. I would rather get knocked out in the first round, because instead I know, okay, I got in the first round, but I didn't make it anywhere. That's it. That's the sad part. And they all have three count. Every contestant has three counters to start off with. There's 4 people there, man. There are 3 counters to start off with. And if they get a question wrong and they just take too long to answer, it goes in the penalty pot, and it builds up if another person gets it wrong. And whoever answers the final question that round will get the penalty pot counters. So yeah, that's usually how it works too. It's mad. And on the second round, they have to have 30 seconds to answer questions, and each question they get right as a counter, they put in the machine, and they put in it. They see how much counters they get out of it. It's pretty obvious so far. If you haven't seen Tipping Point, I've just roughly explained all the rules to you anyway. So yeah, especially answers that sound silly. Excuse me. Just had tea, so on K2, so yeah, it's fine. Had a bit of wind there, but yeah, it's like kind of like when somebody answers something silly and they say something stupid, and I'll answer that doesn't make any sense, and everyone starts laughing. It's just gonna have a bit of fun like that. You're gonna get people like that anyway, and stuff like that happen in quiz and game shows. But yeah, I just thought I had to talk about it on YouTube. It's a good show. It's on the border of okay and good. I can be quite generous. If it's a show like this, I might as well be generous. But it's not really anything special though. At least with The Chase, you can highly rate it because of the drama. But this shows like this though, there's not really much drama apart from the end. To be fair, when you get like a 10-11 count at once. I do disagree with Ben Shepherd when he says, "Oh, you're in the final. You are today's winner." You haven't won anything. Why? This is what I don't get, especially say with sports fans, when they say, "Oh, they got to the final, they're automatically a winner." No, they're not. They got to be able to win it and do something in order for them to win it. In sports especially. In shows like this, you get to the final, you got to make sure you earn. You got to make sure you earn to win the final. I don't know if that made any sense, but you got to be able to actually, if you're a winner in that final, then that means you would take the money. But if you take the trade, you don't get the jackpot counter. You're not a winner, so you didn't win. So you just got to a final. You can give someone a bit of credit for that, or team credit or whatever, right? But don't rave it on like it's going to be an achievement. It's not. It's just a memory. You won't be able to have an achievement with that. We won't be able to have a memory, and we better to have an achievement with a memory. Try my best to make that make sense. But you know what I mean. So no one's a winner if you don't actually win. If that makes any sort of sense. That's what makes sense. One thing I never understood is, if you take the trade and you don't get the jackpot counter, you still keep the prizes or prize. I mean the contestant won. So I never really understood that whatsoever. Like, sure, you should be able to trade them too, or maybe because it's more of a money thing and it's not to do with the prizes. That'd be a bit harsh to take that away from them, because that's something that they earned from previous rounds. But still, it could have been more interesting for them to trade it. That would have made it more exciting. Probably might cause a bit of drama for the contestant want to go for it more. That's probably what it is. I don't know. That's how I read it. But yeah, it's just amazing when you see someone get the 10 grand and it's like, oh god, so amazing. Like, it kind of makes you feel like you want to win that money too. Anyway, rating, I don't make this video too long. Now, rating for this, it's an easy 8 out of 10. I don't think it's worth a 9 over 10. It's not the best show ever. It's a good show, it reminds you of being at the fun fair with the coin pushers. That's really about it. But I'm being generous because I like the shows. You know what, I can't do it all the time. That's what it reminds me of anyway, so why not? Yeah, 8 out of 10 is. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, comment, share everyone you know, subscribe and hit the notification below. So see you on my next video.